Hi, everybody. I'm Malik Pancholi, and I'm the co-founder of Act to Change. Welcome to United We Stand Live. Thank you for joining us today as we stand up to bullying and hate, and happy Asian Pacific American Heritage Month. Today, May 18th, marks what would have been the 65th birthday of Vincent Chin, a Chinese-American man whose murder in 1982 sparked a national civil rights movement and brought together our diverse Asian American communities in solidarity. In honor of his legacy, last year, Act to Change garnered the support of elected officials, municipalities, and partner organizations to declare May 18th, 2019 as the first ever AAPI Day Against Bullying and Hate. And this year, in 2020, this day has grown exponentially. Cities across the country have signed on in support, including Los Angeles, New York, Chicago, San Francisco, Washington, D.C., Boston, Atlanta, Phoenix, Seattle, Dallas, Houston, and so many more, as well as nearly 200 partner organizations that are commemorating today as the second annual AAPI Day Against Bullying and Hate. And to kick off United We Stand Live, I could not be more excited to welcome, joining us, by the way, all the way from Hawaii, actor Daniel Dae Kim.
Hello, everybody.
Aloha, Daniel. It's so nice to see you. Thank you so much for being here.
Really my pleasure.
So just to start off, I know that you were diagnosed with COVID-19 back in March. How are you doing?
Other than my bouffant hair that's coming up, I feel like I'm back to 100%.
I have a dark background because I've cut my hair by myself so many times right now that I just want it to disappear.
That's a good trick. I'll have to use that. No, actually, I'm feeling 100% better now. It was an odd recovery, but I definitely consider myself among the lucky ones that I wasn't hospitalized, and I'm here to tell the tale. So I'm very fortunate.
Well, apart from dealing with the health issues, I know that you've also said that you have felt heartbroken during this time due to all the racism that's been happening in the Asian American, or against the Asian American community. And I was wondering if you could just share a little bit about your thoughts on that.
Yeah, I mean, heartbroken is one word for it. You know, angry, frustrated, and are other words for it as well. You know, it's an interesting thing. Since the outbreaks first started in January, I was hearing about reports around the world regarding acts of hate against Asian people and in our country, Asian Americans. And so, you know, it was a stark reminder to me that even from the times of the Chinese exclusion to, you know, the internment of the Japanese in the 40s to the Japan bashing of the 80s that you referred to with Vincent Chin, and even the destruction of Koreatown in the 90s. We as Asian Americans have often been asked to prove how American we are, even though many of us have been born here or have lived here for many generations. But we are asked to be taken to task for what happens a continent away, you know, thousands of miles on the other side of the world. And so events like this, I think, are really important to help show the world that we really are part of the fabric of America. And, you know, what we do as Asian Americans is separate from what happens around the world. And, you know, to be considered American is what we're all hoping.
Yeah. You know, I personally really appreciate you talking about that. I know as a kid, I think I had this idea of what being American meant. And for some reason in my mind, it meant suppressing the parts of my heritage, the parts of my culture that I actually really loved and that I wanted to celebrate. And so I appreciate you talking about this notion of we are American enough just by being American. So thank you for saying that. And just to jump off on that, I know that you have been encouraging young people to actually celebrate their Asian American pride during Asian Pacific American Heritage Month by sending you TikTok videos and Instagram stories celebrating their Asian pride. And I'm wondering if there's one or two that really stand out for you as particularly meaningful or moving or funny or anything really.
Wow, so many. First of all, thank you for bringing that up, because the whole reason I did that was because, there's so much bad news out there. You turn on the news and it's almost like a horror movie every day. And, especially during Asian Pacific American Heritage Month, I thought, why not celebrate what it means to be Asian American? And why not show the ways in which we take pride in being Asian American? And for those friends of ours, or even family who are not Asian American, what are the ways that they value the Asian Americans in their life? And so Lana Condor and I started working together, and we just started taking TikToks and reposting them and Instagram stories, because we just think it's really great to show the positive side of all of it. And we've gotten some really great responses, really funny ones, really heartfelt ones. The ones that speak to me the most are the ones that are light in tone, but yet still have an awareness of how much they value exactly what you just said, how much they value being American, but also celebrate their own culture. Because ultimately, we want to find a place where being Asian enhances what it means to be American.
I love the way you said that. If we want to check out some of these videos, are you guys reposting them somewhere? Is there a place we can watch them?
Yeah, on Lana Condor's IG and my IG, I'm reposting 1 or 2 every day, and they're a lot of fun.
Amazing. I wanted to ask you, you've touched on this a little bit, but why is a day like this, a day against bullying and hate, particularly meaningful to you?
Because it's not just about bullying against Asian Americans. In this specific case, it might be. But people have come to me and said, well, look, Chinese people treat African Americans or Africans badly. There's racism all over the world. Why aren't you speaking up about that? And the fact is, they're all equally bad. It's not just about Asian Americans. It's not a self-serving cause. It's really just about the larger message of being united and trying to fight things like this pandemic together, as opposed to dividing us and scapegoating one another. And so it so happens in this case, it's a worthy cause because Asian Americans throughout history have suffered from racism, have suffered from acts of violence, have suffered from acts of hate. And you can just turn on the news today to see why. So I think it's incredibly important to have events like this, and I'm really honored to be a part of yours.
Thank you so much, Dan. I know there's so many people who look up to you, so thank you so much for making the time to be here. I know that we had just a little short amount of time to get to talk. I have a million other questions I wish I could ask you. I hope that you will come back and chat with us at Act to Change down the line. But thank you so much for helping us kick off United We Stand Live. Thank you.
It's really my pleasure. Aloha.
Aloha. Thanks, Daniel.